Hi everyone, welcome to 150 Hours of Chess. Today is day 35. Um, on Tuesday I played a few games, lost quite a few, and I didn't had enough time um, to actually review the last three games. So I'm thinking about actually take a look today. So on top of the puzzles and games today, I'll take a look of um, the Tuesday's game. And yeah, let's start. Okay, this is the last game. This is the second last. Apparently, I did quite bad in this game, seeing that my accuracy is very low. This is a game I win. I think this is a game I lost. I remember I reviewed this game. So just lost two games. See if I can do better. Yeah, this one was. I think this one was the last game. I remember I tried the Scandinavian, and then they did take, and then Night Out. I got my bishop out so that I can push the pawn up and then get my other bishop out. That's why I did that. They offer trade. I don't mind trade because that could double their pawn. And they win castle. I mean, which is a fair choice. Because yeah, I got my bishop out. They pushed the pawn up. I was thinking they might be aiming for this. So I pushed the pawn up to prevent that move. They get the queen out, challenging my queen, and also attack my king. I remember I decided to take, but I guess I maybe could have bring the knight out, like develop the knight, block it, and also protect my queen. I wonder if this would be a better move compared to the queen take. And then I'll bring my knight out. They push the pawn. I think might be just supporting the knight. My bishop is hanging. Brought my knight out for castle. They bring the bishop into the game, challenging my knight. If I take it, this file will be open. I didn't remember I do anything about it. I think I just went castle. Or they could do that, not exactly aiming my knight. It's just get this move, but knight is protecting that move. Just bring another challenge into the game. Instead of taking it, I create the escape square. I wonder if I take it, if that would be better. Yeah, I can see that might not be better because after that move, my knight will be under attack. But now my pawn is isolated. It might be better to do that. Yeah, I wonder. with that move, maybe I should have do this. And then if they take back, I could even do this. I mean, maybe knight could jump there, but I can push my pawn up. They're clearly aiming for my bishop. I feel like this would be a good move. What did I do? Ah, similar. That's also attacking the rock here, so it's fair. They also use that to protect the pawn there. I chase the knight out. I'm pushing the pawn, the king back. Why do they like this space? I see. That's where the things get awkward. I allow the fork here. That's where the fork. That's when I allow the fork. Because king can't take it. Maybe after this move, what I should have done could be this. Or even king going up. Yeah, I find my blunder here. Maybe I should just push. Let's say they just push it further. Oh no, they can't do that because I can take the rock here. So they would have to push it here. And then I push. They push. Or maybe they could have dropped it at some point. Yeah, I really shouldn't move my rock as well. Because if the king move to take my pawn anywhere that I can take their rook. The rook will be unprotected. That's my mistake in the endgame. Yes, that's the last game. It was pretty close though. I did London system, and so far I steer. I was also thinking I should drop this way. And I just realized they did that, but nothing is protecting that. I should have just take. They made a mistake that I didn't actually did anything about it. Knight here. Can't see a perfect move for it. Yeah, I remember it was that. Aligned. And yeah, that's how I get checkmate. Cool. That's the two games that I want to review. And I definitely could see moves that I could have done better. And hopefully I don't make similar mistake today. And let's do some puzzles. Okay, white took my rock. I mean, I can take it, but if I drop to the end file, check the king, queen could drop back, or the rook could drop back, and then I can just like take them. Bishop took my knight, challenging my queen. They also have a queen lining up here. Bishop doesn't exactly do anything. I mean, they could develop to here and then check my king, but that don't actually do anything because I can just push this up. Two rook undeveloped. I have a bishop here and a bishop here. A queen here. Under attack. Oh yeah, they also have a knight here controlling the space. So I feel like knight there and then control the space with the queen take here, that would be checkmate. That's why they want to get rid of my queen that is controlling that space. don't know what's happened. Seems like the most urgent issue is the queen. I can take it, king would take back, and then my bishop will be under attack in that case. Not ideal. I could go to there, check the king, but then their pawn could directly take, which is also not ideal. Dark square bishop. I guess I can go there, check the king, but the queen could directly take it, and then add another protector to the bishop there, also not ideal. Ooh. You know what? I can take it with my queen, because my pawn here is supporting that space. Develop the bishop supporting the knight, or more likely after they move the knight, then my bishop will be discovered. They have a knight here in the center, challenging my knight. They have a bishop here, unsupported, and controlling those diagonal, a pawn here. And other pieces are not developed yet. I can see that if they push the pawn here, knight under attack, if the knight take the pawn, then the bishop here lost the support, and then they can move it to take it there. Okay, let me see what I can do. I have knight here attacking the pawn there, a knight here controlling the center, and attack their knight. This knight is not protected after this move, and even though they move it to discover, I still have time to do something about it. So yeah, like both of these pieces are hanging, and I can take this. My opponent took my rock here. They have a bishop here challenging my bishop and also attacking here. Rock here control the open file. Knight here control the center. Queen here, a lineup for this, but also not quite developed. And a rock here that is undeveloped. I have a queen and bishop lining up here. Also a bishop here and a rock here undeveloped. One move I can immediately see is after the queen move, nothing could immediately drop back. And the only space king could go would be here. And then if I use the bishop to take it, I mean, they can use the knight to take or the rock to take. But then I can move my queen up, give them another check. And then they could go up. And then I could take the queen. So that's a check. This is another check. But wait, why? This is another check they would have to deal with. Oh, I guess they can directly use the king to take. And then in that case, my queen can't take here. Makes sense. Do I want to trade the queen? Because if my queen take here, so first they can drop back there. Second, they can take back with a bishop. Or should I take the queen here? No. Why? That is pinned. Oh my god. That is pinned. The bishop is pinned. I see. They took my bishop. And then controlling these diagonal. They have another bishop here, also protecting the rook. Rook here, currently a bit stuck behind. I have a knight here. Threaten to take here. If my knight goes here, that would be a fork. On top of it, I have a rook here, also control the open file, and a bishop here. That's a bit stuck. And a rook here. The good move I can see would be here. They move the rook to here. So after they, let's say they move the bishop, then they will control the open file. So I guess, yeah, that's why they moved there. Because if my knight go there, that would be another fork. Okay. They get the knight out, attacking my bishop. And they have a bishop here controlling these diagonal, queen lining up behind it. Also protecting the pawn here, knight here undeveloped. Rook here attack the knight, and if I move the knight, they will attack the rook. A bishop here also attacking the knight here, and also a bishop here protecting the pawn on the side. I have a knight here attacking there, a queen here lining up for this. But I can see this line up, but also their knight is protecting it. I have dark square bishop completely stuck here. Knight here protecting the knight, and a rook here. Light square bishop is currently free and is currently under attack of the knight. So this is something I need to resolve. One thing I can see would be bishop to here, because that's also supporting it. So I can use the bishop to draw away the knight and then take it here with the queen. And the pawn can't take because it's pinned to the king. No? Why? Like, this move. Well, I guess, yeah, they might could just add another protector here. I guess I can move my knight there, give them a check. And then they can't take again. They would have to do something about the king. And then what? No, I can't take it here. I mean, I can take it here, give them a check. But then I guess they could just involve the queen, and here we'd have to protect her. Huh. That is crazy. This is crazy. Okay, they took my knight. It's currently aiming for these position. That's also allow the rock here to take the knight there. Rock is also on the open file in the center. Dark square bishop is controlling these diagonal queens here, attacking the unprotected pawn here, and also the knight is currently pinned to the queen. Other knight is protecting the center here, and a light square bishop on the long diagonal. That could have been another lineup with the bishop and queen aiming for the g2 square. I feel like I have a knight here controlling the space. It's protected. Bishop here, not doing much thing. And a bishop here, lining up this diagonal. Queen here lining up this diagonal. And a rock here. It would be nice to bring this rock into the game. I'm actually thinking about taking the knight here. And then attack the queen and the knight at the same time. I mean, they can drop the rock to take But, well, the thing is that if I move my queen to take, then bishop here will be hanging, queen can directly take it. If I use the king to take, then queen can get away with queen goes there, another check. Well, I guess I can move it up. And also, I was lining up nicely here as well, so I should have more chance. Yeah, so if I take it here, they take back, that will be completely equal trade. So here would be better. Interesting. Came up with this. I mean, that could be a trade. So if I take their queen, they can take my queen. And then if I take their knight, I'll lose my bishop. But if I trade, ooh, my bishop could be completely come back. And then I'll be one piece up. White move the bishop to attack my rook. They also have pawns here and king there. I only have one pawn, but their bishop is dark square bishop, so they can't take me. They would have to bring the king into the game to remove me. So I mean, I can give king a check either way. Here might be good. Because if the king moved this way, they will be completely resulting in the back rank. But so if I go this way, the only space they can go is there. I can't immediately do this to skewer their bishop. But what if I do this? So if I do this, I mean, if they go this way, then I could fork. But if they go this way, I mean, I could come back and attack their bishop. And once they move their bishop, I can drop. Yes, I think that's doable. rock come to challenge my rock. And because my rock is protecting the knight, so if I move my rock, then my knight will be under attack. They have a rock here controlling as well. They also have a bishop here, protected by the pawn chain. I have one rock here, so we're currently sort of equal. I mean, I can move my knight to there, get king a check. King would have to move to this sort of position. And then what? I mean, if they drop down, I can't. Yes. What can I do? I mean, I can save my rock here, but they could just take. Trade doesn't do anything. Oh, trade does do something. If I do this, they take. Knight here, fork. But if I take and they don't take it back, I can't see why they don't take it back. Hey, how are you doing? I'm gonna have one more puzzle before I jump into the game. Pawn push, supporting the knight here. They also have a rock here and a rock attacking my pawn here. Yeah, puzzles definitely helps a lot because I now could spot some interesting moves that I can do to win pieces. And surprisingly, some of the puzzle that I came across that at least I have some ideas about what to do, even though sometimes my thoughts might not be correct. But it feels much easier than probably a few weeks ago. Well, I have a knight here controlling the space. I can definitely see a knight move here would be nice. Fork the king and the rock. Knight can't take it because it's pinned to the king. Two rock here are connected, and it's also they also have a pass pawn here. So I think knight move would be the one. Take the rock here. Okay, now what? I mean, I definitely don't want to use a rock to take, because that would be knight take my rock, rock take here to stop it, and then they could take the pawn here. Is there anything I can do with my knight? I mean, dropping this rock down, controlling here, could be a way, but also when they do that, I take this pawn is also like not. Let's say these, they promote to queen. I take the queen. They take the pawn. Well, no, I can't do that because the knight is controlling there. Hmm. And they could easily give me a check here. Maybe move the knight. It's definitely not smart using this, because if I do this, knight could directly take. If I do this, that push doesn't do anything. If I do this, they could just take it to promote. Yeah. Cool. Let's play some games. So unfortunately, my ELO for the rapid game, like 1510 rapid game, is still 600 something. It's just so hard. I am still practice on Scandinavian for black and then doing London system for white. And it's interesting because when I attempted for the Scandinavian, they usually play pawn push to transit into a French. So my intention to play Scandinavian defense is quite a few times, and like most of the time, this is how my opponent respond. Okay, okay. They protecting the position here rather than doing that, which is fair, I guess. Um, well, I guess the usual move of French would be pawn push, and then I push this pawn up to challenge it. Because they get the knight out to control the center first, and if I get the knight out to do the same, controlling the same square, then that's blocking my pawn. So I'm thinking that I would push the pawn up to protect that square. Well, I guess that could be situation that I come across. I have two ways. One is knight out, also attacking here, or the other one would be bishop out, attacking here. And light square is not as useful to me, I believe. Okay, rather than that, they doing this. So now I need to be aware of that square. So pawn up, control that square, so that they not gonna do this. Okay, where they could go, what exactly are they up to? And also, after they move the knight, let this pawn hang. With this move, that doesn't actually go anywhere. With this move, yes, that could attack this two piece, but then I can push the pawn up to take it. So I can't see any scary move. Get the knight out, control the center, and take the pawn there. They get the queen out, controlling that square, I imagine. So after this move, that would be hard. Well, oh, my knight can't take it as well because the queen is watching there. Okay, fine, fine. Well, I can see that the next move will be that. And so I guess, oh, I can't move it because move it to here, that would be the same. But after here and I mean, one move I could do would be castling. That could get me out of the situation of that. Yeah, because I don't want to trade it here. So I guess I'll castle. And then after this move, I mean, queen can take. I've got no problem. And that would also give me an open file. The only problem is now because this is like I push the pawn here, so the dark square would be a bit weak for me. What can I do? I mean, ideally, I can move the queen here, just controlling this, adding more pressure here. But I guess they can get the rock in. I can push this up, attacking there. Yeah, let's see how things go. It's probably not that ideal because after this move, if this move away, this will be hanging. Okay, queen there, attacking here, attacking here. I can't quite see. So if they do attack here after my knight move, then queen will be under attack and this space will be protected. If they attack here, that would be where it is. If they even include the knight here, I am happy to take the knight there. And then if the queen take here, the queen can't take because my queen is watching there as well. So yeah, I didn't quite understand that move. I mean, for the next move, probably get the bishop to that square, because that would help protect my king and develop the bishop. And then queen drop back down. I wonder if they're thinking about this. That could still solved by my bishop going there. I've also got no issue if they take here, which they probably can't. Queen there, attacking here. Well, I can't exactly see what are they threatening. So I guess they might threaten here. Which means I'm gonna move my king to protect here. Or, you know, I can push the pawn up. And I can see things lining up here now. Or I can just solidly develop the knight here so that I can get to here. It could be nice to get my knight back, blocking the queen here and also making sure this diagonal is lining up. They develop the knight here. Could be aiming for here. Could be aiming for here. Ah, they are aiming for there. Because once the knight there, first, it will be a fork of my piece. Second, it will support the queen doing that. So, yeah, push the pawn up, controlling that square, so knight can't go there. And then, yeah, develop my knight and also bring this knight back would be what's in my mind. If I take them and they want to take back, they would have to take it with a pawn. That's open the king, because there is nothing could take it back. I don't mind that trade. Yep, so that would check the king. King can move either way. My queen don't have enough time to come in nicely. So that would be a issue. I guess I'll just include my knight into the game. This pawn is hanging. Could be nice to take it. I didn't see any immediate moves though. Okay, they get the knight back. Might be thinking about these moves. I mean, I can't see any problem. So I guess at this point, I'll just push the pawn here, attacking the king side. Ah, damn it. I might should have and do the knight there first, because now I realize I can't. They might do this move, might do that move, though it's not. Yeah, it's all controlled by my pawn, so that's sort of fine. What should I do? I can push the pawn up, attack the queen. So here's controlled by me. Here is controlled by me. Controlled, 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 controlled. This is the only square that they can go. Well, no. No, that's all controlled. They can only trace back to there. Oh, that's left hand. Oh well. I can't see any immediate attack. And my pieces are protected, so it should be fine. I guess I can push this pawn up and attack, take there. Might could do this. But that would just help them to do this. So no, I don't want to do that. I want to bring my rock into the game. So how? Yeah, we are pretty equal at the moment. I'm in here, or how? If I move it, that would be. Damn it. If I do this, nothing could take back. Do this to challenge, also nothing to take back. Do this to challenge, yes, I can take my king back. Ah, rook is protecting there, so I should be fine. So either here or here. Well, in that case, I can at least control the open file. I can push the pawn up here. So now they can trace back. Oh, okay. How about this move? They could have gone back there. And then it'll be very awkward for me again. Hmm. Are they gonna do this move? If they are not, I feel like I might could gone there. And what else can I include to protect there? I'm also thinking about, I mean, one queen here is not that worrying because I can take it or just move. I mean, they can do this. Other than that, I'm thinking about pushing it here. And then after they take, I can take it with my knight, controlling that square, and then queen take there. That will be pretty close to check. I mean, I can move there. Queen could just move. But also, I can drop the bishop back. They might could take it there. And because they are both protected, so it should be fine. After they take it here, they can't easily take anywhere else. And then I could just push it. And then after they take, I take with the knight. And that will be close. I mean, they can also do that to... Oh no, they can't do that to pin. But I guess they can do that. Pin the pawn to the queen and also attack the knight. I feel like it would be much better if they do that. Yeah, because in this move, if they do this, not take. Instead of taking me, if they do this, then my pawn will be pinned to the queen, and also they are attacking the knight there. It's not easy for me to immediately bring a protector to the knight. Knight would have to move, and after my knight move, it's not as easy to, so after they take my pawn, I can't do much thing about it. So now they're in a much worse position. They could push it up to slower my pace. They could just like, yeah. I mean, also, if they move the rock, let's say to the open file here. Oh, yeah, they find a way. It would be nice to go there, fork their piece. But then this pawn is very annoying. Let's say in my usual move. Oh, and also because that square is protected by both of the bishop and the queen. I can still do this. And then king can't take it. Or, you know, my queen could directly take it there. And then king would have to move again to here. Knight will be under attack. But then I can move my knight to here, check the king again, and then king would have to move again. And then, yeah, I can just keep. Because knight is also protected by my bishop, so it could stay there just for now. That could be a way, but knight is controlling there. So I guess I can push the pawn up to attack the knight there. But they will have more time to include more pieces. What can I do? Probably rock to the open file would be a great idea. Okay, so now it's difficult. If they take me here, then I can't protect it, so that would be a free piece. But I can't do this because they are also controlling there. So, but if I use a pawn to support this knight, then after they take, I can take back with the pawn here. Also, if I do this, because the pawn is pinned to the king, so they can't use the pawn to take. Would have to get rid of the bishop here, because otherwise they could take it that way. Okay. Queen move. It's still the same idea, but also on top of it, they were thinking about this move. I mean, I can move my rook there as well. Protect it. This will be, yeah. With that there, it won't do anything. And maybe I'll push my pawn up. Oh, that's a check. Screwed. That's weird. After that, I have to move again. For 1 second, I thought I was winning. Queen could go there. I can come back to block. I mean, if they take, I'll take back. I just don't know what to do at this point. I think I just like definitely get worse and worse through the game. For one point, I was like, surely I'm winning here. I'm so close. But then my opponent start to play really solid, and then no, I think well the engine thing at the end of the game that my opponent play really well. I had a blunder. It's probably not that obvious, and I had to make so much mistake. Okay. Move 24. G4. Because I want to get rid of that pawn. That's why I play that move. Ah. They could have played bishop on f4. I'll move 28. You had queen g2. Queen g2. Prepare for queen f3. Yes, you're right. Let me look over the game. Okay, here I should have put the pawn up to punish it. It's fair. Okay, queen up is a bad idea. I castled. They castled. Apparently this is an inaccuracy. Attack the queen with the pawn. Yeah, fair. Because I was looking at this pawn. But I guess after the queen move, that I don't have to worry about it as much. Attack the trapped knight. Yes. How could I not see this book? How could I not see the book? Oh my god. This is so frustrating. Yeah, I did realize that's left that pawn hanging. Thank you. No, I didn't take a course. It's mostly just play and review, and a lot of puzzles help me understand. And also, I try to think what my opponent's intention is when I play. Yeah, I do have to work on time. Oh, why that move is bad? Ah, it's just inaccurate. Yeah, with that move, no, I can't because the king is there. We are both so bad. Okay, another game. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna play Scandinavian defense and see how they react. I think I was black in the last game. After knight out, queen to the edge, and the next move it will be bishop out, pawn push, and the other bishop out, and then it will be knight. That will be the idea of the developed to this point. Just need to see what they do. Why did I lose the last game? Okay. Pawn push. Wait. It's a fair move. I guess that just unleashed the bishop, and I don't see any threatening at the moment. And yeah, so in that case, I will go with what I originally planned to do. Develop the bishop, also threatening after knight move that they will take my queen. So one thing I am thinking is if I push this pawn up, then that could leave my queen to completely drop back and also just control the space where the knight could go. But also I have to be aware after that move, bishop to there, would be unsupported. Also, that move, leave this pawn hanging. Might should have to do that. But oh well. Okay, they continue protecting the pawn here. And I guess I'll continue. And then bring the bishop out into the game. Okay, okay. Knight there. A few space they could go. I think this is most like bishop control. With the knight there, I'm happy to lose castling rights with that move. And this move and here, knight is controlling it, so that's fine. I'll do what I originally planned to do, which is develop my dark square bishop. I used you thinking about the previous game. After that move, I was thinking about develop the knight. Okay, they push the pawn up, supporting the knight here. Now their dark square bishop is sort of blocked. And I wonder what they're gonna do. I will just do whatever I originally planned to do, which is develop the knight and then castling on the king side. Well, they are controlling that square, so I might need to be aware of the knight going there. Also push the pawn up would support me. Okay, seeing everything I can see. This pawn now is hanging. Knight go there, which is hanging. Okay. They're attacking my queen. Okay, they move it to discover on my queen. And then I feel like they might thinking about that move as well. With the knight, I mean, I'm happy to trade. So I guess, yeah, I was thinking about this move as well. Oh, but I guess now it's controlled by my opponent. Yeah, because it was hanging there. This pawn is hanging. Knight is hanging. Yeah, this pawn and knight is hanging. So I feel like I might could just go there. And I mean, if they come to check, I could just take here and give it a check. So I'm not too worried with this move. Now here's a problem of where I should castling. Okay, they move the knight back. They move the knight back. Um, I mean, now I can develop my knight without worrying about being take. Well, I guess I can't take it here. Can't take it here. I can give them another check, but that's pointless. So I don't think that's combined with another move, so I should be fine. I guess I'll develop my knight. And now thinking about where I want to castle. Probably this way. So get my rock onto the open file would be nice. Okay. Where my queen could go. Here's controlled by the knight. Here is controlled by the bishop. Here is not controlled. That could also give them a check. This is controlled by the queen. Here is controlled by the pawn, bishop. So I guess the only square I can go would be here. I wonder what they're gonna do. They could use these to block. Or they could even use the queen to block. Or king can go there. That do make sense. Well, I am thinking about taking the pawn here and then challenge the dark square bishop and then win it afterwards. That shouldn't be too bad, I think. Well, but I guess now I can't do this. I feel like maybe here I could actually get my queen safe. Could be a good idea. And if they push it up, I don't have a safe square to go. So yeah, I'll get my queen safe first. And when they do that, I can just like drop it. Or even if they push it up, I can just go there. Because they don't have a dark square bishop anymore. Okay, take it is not smart. Can't go here, controlled by the pawn. Can't go here, king can take it. Here is controlled, so not smart. Here is controlled. Here, nah, it's not great. Can't go there. No, they could just push it up. So if I drop queen controlled, knight controlled, yeah, here could be nice. And if the knight take, I can take it with a queen. And for here, if they take, I guess I'll take it with the king. Yeah, I thought they would do that move. Also, if they take it here, bishop will be hanging. Oh, actually, if they take it here, I can take it with the bishop. And if they take it here, I can take it here. Well, if they take it here, I can move the bishop. And if they take it here, that will support the bishop, and then I can take it here. So I can either move the king first, or I can get the rook here first, and then after, let's say they take, I move my king, that would be discovered. And then they would have to move the queen first. Also, if they take here, I can use my king to take. Okay. They attack it here. Could be here, could be here. Well, I'm not too worried. I guess I could line it up, and then after they do this, I can just resolve it. It's a shame that I don't have dark square bishop. Otherwise, if they're doing this to protect, I could skewer. Light square bishop is hanging. Could also be nice if my queen could go there, but that would require my bishop to be gone. Okay, they use that to protect, which is smart. I can do this to challenge it as well. That's also preventing this move. In that case, I guess I can take the pawn here. They are trying to take my pawn here with a check. So I guess I might could do this. Protect the pawn here. They also don't have other moves. Yep. I can't take this because of the rock is protecting it. Okay. Well, I can take the pawn here and probably start to push it. And because here is controlled by my queen. And then I can move my king. Oh, maybe I should move my king first. So if they take it here. Well, okay, I think they blunder that. I'm close to checkmate. Well, I can't take it there, so okay. Also can't take it. At this point, I think I'm pretty happy to trade the queen if they want to. And then after that, I'll just push this pawn. If they do that, I'm just gonna lining up for this. I think that's checkmate. Oh, this is fair, I guess. How do you think? Any suggestions for this game? If not, I'm gonna start my next game. White again. Steer Linden system. Okay, knight out, controlling the center. I reckon I'll get my bishop to the center, preventing their moves there. That's blocking the bishop here, but also they might be aiming for that move. So push the pawn up, supporting that square, and then I'll start to get my knight out. That's the that square bishop trade. Knight out. Okay. They, yeah, that will really make it difficult for me if they push it. So I guess now the smart move would be take it. Take it with the pawn. Would fork. So take it with a knight first. And then pawn push. Cool. Now I have to be aware of this move. Knight go there, and then here's controlled by the queen, and queen could go there. So I guess I'll prevent that move first. Control that square. Okay, they challenge my light square bishop. If my bishop move, then they would take my knight. So I guess that's a trade. Yeah, that's... but that's not smart. I guess... I mean, one thing I can do is to castle. Another thing I can do is develop the knight. I'm pretty sure they're not gonna trade the queen for a knight, so I'll castle first. I can see that now they get that into the center. So yeah, I feel like queen here could be nice. So first threatening the king, and then also threatening the pawn there. Rather than this here, that would be a queen trade controlled by the knight. And here doesn't do anything, so this is much more active. And then I will bring my knight into the game. I feel like here it's not that smart, because they have not much space to go. And I think rock in the center will be the best. That would be much more useful. I think they might be calculating on pawn push here, what they're gonna do. I feel like if they do, I definitely want to like use my c5 pawn to take. And then the dark square would be more solid for my king. Okay, they bring the knight into the game. They have a few plays that they can go. With it here, queen could give me a check, but also I can take it with a rock. Not as bad. With it here, that would attack my queen, so it's not ideal. I feel like getting the rock to the center would be good. Okay. Protected. They are connected. Now the queen is hanging. Is there a way I can punish the queen? I don't want to leave my square that empty. What would be my least active stuff? Why is that? Well, with this move, they can take. And if I take, queen could take. So that's actually not ideal. If I push the pawn here, and let's say they take, I would have to take it with my queen. So that's currently equal. If they take my rock here, I take it here, then that will leave these hanging, so not ideal. I guess I can try to do this, attack the queen, and after attack the queen, what can I do? Okay, they attack my knight. They attack my queen, which means that, well, if I move it, they take my knight, I can take their knight, and that would be sort of equal. And then I might could even do that. And with my move here, if they don't take my knight and doing something else, I might have enough time to drop my knight there and then attack the queen. So yeah, that's doable. Are they gonna push this up to protect the knight? Okay. I feel like they might just take it there. But I can do this. And then check the king. They're thinking about moving it. That would discover on my queen. And after all the moves, I wonder, can I do this? Attack the rock. Because surely their next move will be this. Okay, they move it away. But they still have two protectors here. So I can't take it. If I include this in, let's say they don't move the queen, and then it will be take, 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 take. Yeah, no, that's not smart. Yeah, the issue with this is like if I might have to do it here. Oh, actually, if they do this, they could fork me. And because they thought they could fork me, so that's why I can do that. So let's say they move it here, and then I can do this move. And then they take me again, leave this. And then I can drop it. Well, I guess in that case, I can just push the pawn and see what they do. That's fine. That's fine. So I am 1, 2 step away. But if I do it now, then king could move. And then that would be suck. If I push it here, that's challenging them to take here. And then queen move here. If they take me, I can take back with a rook. And that would actually work. Or, you know, I could just take the rook here after they take. If I take it here, yeah, I have 3 attacker and they only have 2 protector. So yeah, that should work. If they take, I'll take with rook. And then they can't take with the queen, otherwise they will lose the queen with for my queen. I'm also thinking about with my move there, that would fork 2 rook. But they both have protectors. So I guess it doesn't matter that I do that move. But what if they don't take? No, they drop back. Okay. Well, I could bring this pawn up. And then, so now this you only have 2 attacker. Now they attack my queen, which means I will still need to protect that too. But I guess I can try to do this. Queen there. And then, yeah, they can't take here. They also can't take there. And our king is stuck there. I mean, I can't take it. I can do this though. Give king a check. And then after they move it here, what can I do? Well, yeah, they can only move it here. Or, you know, if I do this, then they can only move it to there. And then, yeah, I can't take it here. This rock is hanging. Sort of doable, but that would leave this one hanging. Hmm. Yeah, that was still protecting here and attacking the rock here. I could even do this. Attack the queen. Okay, they try to protect it. And see what queen would do. Okay, queens try to attacking the rock here, which I feel like, I mean, even though they take, I take with a pawn, that I'm still winning more piece. I can get the rock here, attack them, because that would be controlled by my queen. At this point, maybe bring the pawn in to the game. Yeah, I feel like queen there first, and then pawn there. And then in that case, rock is completely trapped and don't have anywhere to go. This again. Hmm. I mean, I can give them a check. Oh, I realize I can't do that. But then I guess if they move the rock, then that would be, well, I can take them first. So challenge the rock here. I guess they can drop back because of that. Well, I can do this. And if they take it with a queen, take it with a pawn. If they take it with a pawn, I can take the rock there. That doesn't come with any check, so I guess I can take the rock here. Fine. And that's a trade, I believe. Yep, so that's completely fine. With that moves there, that's fine. With this move, king would be in check. Supported by my pawn. After king move, okay, pawn take. I could just try to, okay, that's a check. There is no other things that is currently under attack, that is unprotected. So I guess I'll do this. If I do this, they move it there. That could attack both of my pieces. If I move there, they can't easily attack both of my pieces at the same time. So I guess there. Well, I guess with that move, I would have to. Yep, that move, same issue. So I guess I'll have to drop down here. So because they are in the dark square, they don't have an easy move to check me. And now I am just going to, I'm 2 steps away from promote a pawn. Why do they do that? That would be checkmate. Why do they do that? If they don't do that move, I am a few moves away from it. Like, literally. If they're going this way, it would be much harder for me. Were they thinking about moving it this way to stop me from promote? Like, if I am them, I would try to keep checking me. But I guess they don't have much thing they could do. I mean, they could definitely push the pawn here. And then I'm definitely gonna take, they take, now they have a pass pawn. And then they could just like, I'm definitely gonna push it here. And then they push. Well, I guess that's also a check. Mate. But let's say that after my move, they move it here. And then check. They could still get away. Well, I guess I can do this. That would be checkmate again. Oh, fair. It's a good game today. I wonder, should I do another one? Yeah, I might do another one. Okay, not great. I'm white. I hate to be white. It's just so easy to lose. I imagine they might think about something there. Or even this. This is not a very common move. But I don't understand that move. It's control different. Now I have to watch for that move. Okay, they didn't. Why? I don't understand. See, imagine this move. Knight there, or like bishop there would be much better. But they didn't. They did this, but because they didn't push the d-file pawn to d5, so now their dark square bishop is also stuck. Well, with that move, I guess I'm just gonna push the pawn here. I'm controlling that square just in case. And after that move, I reckon I'll get my bishop to the center and then push the pawn up here. Okay, they castling first. I'm just gonna play solid, get my knight out. Okay, and then this knight out. Why? See, they use 2 steps here. Yeah, knight to the center and then castle. And now with that move, probably knight there could be a move. They move the knight there, want to take my dark square bishop. Do I want to trade there? Not quite. So I'll trace my bishop back, controlling the center. In that case, Well, I guess I'll trade. Getting my knight there could be nice. I might risk this move. I can take the knight. Yeah. Cool. Oh, actually. Yeah, if I don't take it, the knight would take this, so I will have to take it, and then the queen would take, and then, yeah. But I feel like maybe I can go there. Or, I can use my knight to attack the queen. Okay, knight go there, that could align very nicely for that. Knight is unprotected. Okay, that's fair. I guess I can. Ah, to protect her, to attack her. So yes, that's not that easy. Well, I guess I can bring the queen out. But then they could do this move. Or, I could castling first. They have two protectors here. Okay. Well, now they are both protected. I might need to be aware of that move. So what can I do? I feel like rook to the center could always be a good move. I'm not too worried about that because that would just help me open a file. And in this case, I could even drop to there. so that I don't have to face the pawn fork. And then I can get my queen into the game. Maybe here could be good. But bishop is controlling there, and knight is controlling there. Only problem is that there. If they take there and then they after they take it here and then they take it there, that would be not as nice if I move my knight there. I can get my queen involved. And then now I guess I have enough pieces there. Are they gonna try to attack my bishop there? Well, with my this move, if they attack my bishop, I'll take it there. And then take the rock there. So okay, they block it. That's fine, I guess. Thinking about this move. So if they take, I'm happy to take it with my knight. When they take it with the knight, I'll take it with the bishop. And that's a really good square for the bishop to go. Well, if they don't take, I'll just push up, chase the knight. If they take with my knight, they take with the knight, and then I can still take it with the queen, and then take here. Yeah, there's no other pieces attacking there. Yep. Queen take. Why? Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. I mean, like here is protected by my queen. here is protected by my rock. Rock is connected, so there is nothing they can do about it. So this will check the king. This would attack the king. And then what can I do? Their bishop is sort of blocked. I could try to attack there. They are all protected. How about the queen here? This is protected. And where the queen could go. If I do here, and then let's say, so that would be controlled. So all of here will be controlled. And then here will be controlled. This will be controlled. When I move my rock to here, that will be controlled. But they can still go there. But then, no, if I do this, they will be attacked again. And wait, is there anything I can do? I've just realized that two rock is not connected. I mean, here is protected by my queen, so it's fine. But also by my king, so it's fine. I am thinking about this move. Depends on what they do. My moves here will mean that their pawn is sort of pinned to the rock. If they move it, they would lose a rock. But also, I am thinking about this move. If they drop the rock, I can go there, check the king, and then win the rock. They are attacking my queen, which means that I can't do that anymore. So it's a shame. I don't want to take it because that would mean that they would have an open file for the rock to go. I can't do that. Would this be a good... No, I don't have anything supporting it, so I might just drop it back. Where to drop? Will here be better? Or will here be better? Yeah, it doesn't actually matter that much. But here could be threatening that. So their bishop is stuck. They just try to move the rock away. I mean, how about I pull the queen again? See what they do. They drop it back. This is pointless. I guess maybe I can do this. After they take, I take, I can push it up. Attack the rock. Oh, I don't know. Don't know what to do. Oh, actually, if I do this, take it here. So maybe I should do this. I'm thinking about coming. Fuck. I make my bishop hang after my move. It was a dumb idea. I feel like they might include the queen into the game, but also still happy to do that. I have two rocks. They have one rock, one bishop. Okay. Um, I now have to be very much aware of the light square that they could screw me there. So try to use the dark square as much as possible. And then here, that will be a check. They would have to go back. But that doesn't do because king is still protecting it. Okay, if I push it here, then that would be more awkward. I can drop her back and push it there. Well, you know, if I push it and push it, if they take me, I'll take them. This will be awkward. But in that case, I can just drop the rock down. Okay. That's an interesting move. I take it here, check the king, and then my bishop is not hanging because my rook is not hanging because of this. So that's not a smart move from them. Now I can take it here. And now I can trade the rock. They try to attack. But check. They would have to draw back. And then with this move. Okay, that's smart. That's smart. But they resigned, which is fair because I am way ahead of them. So that's it for today. Had a few games, won a few games, and managed to bring my ELO back up a bit. So yeah, that's it for today. And thank you so much for watching and supporting, and I'll see you tomorrow.